Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody inside and outside the ballpark to the Noved podcast, where we talk to VRChat creators and communities. I'm your host, and today is episode 88 of the podcast. Today, we have an amazing photographer who has been around the platform for a while, who is, well, a VRCA award-winning photographer. We have SladeDaCat. Slade, welcome to the podcast. Hope you're doing well.
Doing good. Kind of surprised that it's the 88 podcast. Great Scott, you know, because guy who owns, I own a DeLorean. Maybe on the 88.
Yeah, it's definitely been a crazy ongoing thing, to say the least. Well, first and foremost, for the general listening audience, you know, who exactly is SladeDaCat?
My cat.
Well, I guess kind of to get into things, you know, obviously, you know, what, you know, you've been around for a while, so I was going to say, what kind of got you into VRChat in the first place?
Let's see, my friend, Purples, introduced me to VR, and I got a Lenovo back in the day, and, from there, went to other, before VRChat, I was on other platforms, checking them out as well. And I was using like a Steam account for VRChat for a very short period, because I didn't know that you can actually go to the website and sign up and everything like that. So eventually, that's what I did. I went to the website and then created this cat here. But I got headphones on my ears. He was like a small DJ cat. Actually, I after you know, being in VRChat for a little bit, I started watching YouTube. So you know, a lot of fun and stuff like that. Then I started making friends in VRC, and then I like streamers and stuff like that. And then I found a community called Community Meetup, and there I started meeting world creators, and then also they had this other thing called Avatar Roundup. And those people who made like avatars, and they're just showcasing. And it was pretty cool, fun. You guys should check them out. Also I made friends like Fizzy and Lily, and stuff like that. And then you know, VRCon happened, and I became a photographer for that. Then SlideFest happened, and I wasn't, you know, a photographer for SlideFest for the first thing, but I did, you know, hang out with Sly and all of them, and then the following year, I joined them, and I became like one of their photographers as well. Then from SlideFest, I moved to Sanctum, which is a club, and pretty fun. You should check it out. There is a showcase world. So yeah, just hang out there, and you can see what it's like at the reactor.
No, for sure. Well, before we go too deep into the rabbit hole, you know, something I wanted to ask you, because obviously, you know, you've done a lot of different photos for many different groups, events, communities. So out of curiosity, what kind of inspired you to, like, you know, to do photography? Like, what kind of made you want to do photography in VRChat?
Good question. I don't really know. It's just that I think it was like the most easy thing I can do, because I don't really know how to create avatars or worlds. I did put together a world by using assets that I purchased, and showed that off for a while. But I took it down because it was kind of laggy. Too many pickable objects, I guess.
No, that's fair. Go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't know if you had
through the community meetups, I met Hirabiki. And Hirabiki came out with a camera, the VRC lens, and I was like, I want to jump on it, so I did, and I had never left. I still have it, and I put it on all my avatars. I have it right here, and
got the custom model and everything.
Yeah, Lon made this for my birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
Thankful for him.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, because obviously, with VR photography, right? It not only, makes it cool to see what's going on inside of VRChat, but it also does like in capture memories and, big moments for a lot of people. And with all the photography you've done, you've done a lot of different events from VRCon to SlyFest to Project Community, to VCat to quite a few different, bigger names of events. So I guess out of curiosity, like, was there, in your personal opinion, like an event that some of you like, yeah, is there like a particular event that you've taken photography for that like you kind of hold dear to your heart? Like, do you have like a favorite like moment from when you did photography?
Yeah, definitely SlyFest and Sanctum. There were really good moments. These I can't really think off of my head, but it's yeah, there was really good moments there with the emotions, the light shows, the music, stuff like that.
No, that's fair. I mean, yeah, I mean with in capturing these moments, it you make memories that not only get to experience then and there, but also you get to relive those memories through your photography, as well as other people get to relive those memories too. So I guess out of curiosity, before you did, VRC lens, because obviously that's a huge thing now, with photography now. Did you do photography like with just the regular like base camera? Like, did you try?
No. Yeah, it's just that it just happened. I mean, let's see, VRCon was going to start up, and I immediately jumped on it because I liked the idea of bringing communities all together. And at that around that same time, like I said, the VRC lens was, I think, I came out. I'm not really 100% sure, but I was on it. I was like, yeah, I want that. And yeah, and that's how I think how I started, is through community meetups and events. Yeah.
No, fair. And obviously, I mean, you have a lot to show for it when it comes to all your photography. So I guess, and I don't know if you know the exact number. I don't think anybody would know the exact number, but out of curiosity, because I think this would be a funny thing to ask, how many photos do you think, if you had to put an estimate, like a ballpark number on it, how many photos do you think you've taken, like, through like events in VRChat? Like, if you had to take a random guess, if out of curiosity.
Let's say like an event happens, like a 3-day event. Probably I can take out like 1,000 photos. So that could be like 3,000 photos, maybe. I'm not sure. It could be like 1,000 or 700 or something like that. But I only like post like a quarter of it, and I just delete everything else because it's just pretty much like angle. I'm constantly clicking the trigger button. But yeah, it can get up there.
No, I mean that's fair. Obviously it's because obviously when it comes to VRC lens, getting the right angle and getting certain things, there's a lot to it when it comes to like photography, especially using VRC lens. It doesn't automatically do a lot of the things that we would love it to do, but in the future, hopefully. Um, so I guess as somebody who uses VRC lens a lot, out of curiosity, because obviously VRChat themselves has, started implementing more and more functionality into the base camera.
Yes.
So I was guessing out of curiosity, if you had to add like a specific feature to the VRChat camera, that maybe VRC lens uses or something else, what would it be?
The drone feature. Because the flight controls on the VRChat camera, it's not good. Because you it kind of goes whoop, then whoop. It move, it kind of moves up really fast, or yeah.
It's definitely different.
Yeah, with VRC lens, it's really smooth. Yeah,
not to mention like rotate it with your hand and a few other things too. So yes, I guess more smoother drone control of the VRC camera versus.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Of course, now they came out with a new thing with the dolly, which I have not even attempted to touch yet.
Fair. No, I'm kind of the same way actually. Like granted I use Camera Path made by DX, and that has helped me a lot for certain things. But yeah, dolly system for me personally, it's a great system, but it's definitely over my head too. So I get it. I 100% get it. Well, speaking of like dollies and flying cams, because I know not a lot of people may know, but not only do you do photography, but you also do videography too. For certain things too. I guess out of curiosity, like what kind of made you want to do videography for? Like, what are some events that you have done videography for?
Recordings for xCirrex. You can actually watch some of it on xCirrex's media. It's the video that he posted, and it's me. I can't think of his name right now. I know it's something cat. I'm sorry. And xCirrex. Like there were three of us, and it's just shooting from different angles and different instances of rain dance. I did like a recording for at NACU, and also helped the recording in Slyfest as well, and also Sanctum. So yeah.
No, I mean that's amazing, because I mean it takes a lot to do videography, especially nowadays with like bigger events, right? Because having everybody shown and having everybody there, it can be very performance enhancing. So it is really nice to see more videographers out there that can handle that. And even some of like the some of the things you have done with all these different events, through rain dance and through different performances, venues, all that type of stuff. I mean, you've seen a lot when it comes to VRChat and what it can do. So I guess one of the questions I want to ask in that regard, because you've been to so many different events, whether big or small. So what is something that, from a photographer's perspective, that a lot of people don't see?
I have no idea.
I'll rephrase it. That was a weird way of phrasing it. Because obviously you're capturing memories and stuff. So like, what are some of your thought processes when taking pictures at events?
A major event, probably telling what instance to go to and what photos you need. I need to be taken of or how many photos that I need to take. A certain of like how many crowd photos, how many DJ photos, how many performer photos. Because they can probably use it for their website or something, and stuff like that.
That's fair. I would say because obviously there's a lot of different events. So let's take one. We'll use we'll use Project Community for example because I feel like that's one of the easier ones to use as an example. Um, so when going through PJKT, because obviously it's a long event. It's one of the
Mm-hmm.
longer events now on VRChat. So when you go into PJKT, do you have a set mind of like, oh, I need to get pictures of this? Do you have, or I need to get pictures of the events, or just the community's interacting? Like, if you can, kind of explain like the process of like how you go about taking pictures.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Well, pretty much see what time each event is happening. Show up there. Usually, I just find like a corner or place where I can hang out, where I can like hide myself because I don't want me to be in the shot. I'm taking photos. But yeah, just follow the schedule. That's the best advice I can give you. Is follow the schedule. If there's nothing happening at the event, just go around and take photos of people interacting with other people, and take photos of booths and stuff like that as well. So yeah.
No, fair. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's definitely can be a lot. So I guess then this kind of goes back into the earlier question of taking so many photos. So out of curiosity, because with a lot of photos, it can cause a lot of space on your
Yes.
PC. So out of curiosity, well, before I get into that question, what typically do you take your pic? Like what what resolution do you normally take your photos in? Is what I was trying to ask first.
Well, well, originally when I first started, it was 1080. And then I switched from 1080 to 4K, and then from over the years from having a 1080 graphics card, I went from that to a 3090, and then from 3090 I went from a 4090, and then a 4090 to what I have right now is the 5090. And now I
Big
shoot
beefy.
photos. Yeah, now I shoot photos in 8K and videos in 1080.
Oh wow. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, go figure why you can handle so much. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, 5090 is no laughing matter on that front. But yeah, so kind of to beg the earlier question before I tangent in on the size. So out of curiosity, because 8K photos they do take quite a bit of space after a while. So out of curiosity, how many folders do you, like if you had a if you know the answer, like how much storage is like dedicated to just like VRChat photography like on your PC?
Not a lot. I use Discord. So if I take a photo at an event, I go to that event's Discord and I'll post photos. If I don't know the event, I may just post them on Blue Sky. But other than that, yeah, it's just Discord. I don't usually store my photos in my hard drives.
That's fair. Yeah, I was say that makes a lot of sense because I mean that'd be a lot of space being taken up by photography alone.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I would say it's definitely a crazy thing. I mean, you've been around for quite a while. So I can only imagine the sheer amount um, of photos. Like that would be all in one if you never, let's say you never deleted your photography, because I believe you've been around for what, 6 years, give or take, if I recall correctly.
I think like I thought I started in November, but it could be December this year. I mean, not this year, but I mean in 2019. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
I was even at what do we call it? Back in the day where when New Year's Eve was actually like New Year's like New York Eve style.
Yeah, well, that was way back.
Yeah. And I actually attended the one of the main events and with VRPel and Roll the Red, which was pretty fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, but there's definitely a lot when it comes to the evolution of, VR, and photographers, at least in my personal opinion, have a key point when it comes to, like, I guess in a historian kind of way. Because I mean, nowadays people would never understand how VR chat was back then without like photographers, without the videographers. um and with photography it shows evolution, right? It shows that things change, things progress. And I mean, 2019 VR chat doesn't, in my personal opinion, doesn't hold a candle to 2025 VR chat. A lot has changed, and a lot of it for the better.
Nameplates were the first ones to go.
Yeah, but like nameplates, UI, the menus, all that type of stuff. And in the VR chat,
I can't remember what the menus were now.
Yeah, it was what they called the square menu, where everything was just a square. It was like a 3x4. It was all squares. It was just text. It wasn't any like crazy buttons. A lot has changed, and and photography is the same way. I mean, if I can, editor, if you can get a picture of the old VRChat camera on the screen, or what that layout looked like, I mean that was a that was a travesty for using stuff like that back in the day. I don't know if you remember that, but it was like you had all these colorful buttons on there, and it was clunky.
I can't remember, man. It's been a while since I've seen the old stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, now you got the modern VRChat camera. You have things like VRC lens. You have all these capabilities that you can add to your avatar, and it makes things look a lot smoother, a lot cleaner. You can do all sorts of stuff now. So I guess that kind of begs a question, because obviously you've done a lot of photography and stuff. So what if you could add a feature to VRC lens? Is there like a particular idea that you've had when it comes to like doing camera shots? Is there like a feature or a type of style that you'd like to add?
Yeah, like like DX's camera. Yeah, I like DX's drone as well. I use it once in a while just to do some really good flybys.
Yeah, the camera path. Yeah,
camera path.
Yeah, I know. I know he hasn't said anything publicly, so I'm not going to say anything publicly here. But I know he is working on a new camera thing. I'm not gonna spoil it. Sorry if you got excited. Sorry, I'm not gonna spoil it. But he did tease me it and how it works. And if it does come to fruition and it does work as well as what the prototype he showed me was, it's going to be crazy. Hello, everyone. Real quick, just want to pause the episode right here. I want to thank you all so much for watching this far. If you're interested in checking out some of the other content or staying up to date on all my other content, including the podcast, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot. And speaking of that, we now officially have all of the merch here on YouTube, from Squad Forever Fest to DJ Noved to Noved Notes merch. All the merch is now here on YouTube. So you no longer have to go to the merch site itself. It's all directly here. But of course, if you want to learn more about VRChat and maybe attend some of the events that I hold, feel free to join the Noved squad at noved.6608. We're trying to hit 1,500 by the end of the year. So make sure to join the Noved squad and attend some of the events. There's some amazing stuff coming up, not only at the end of this year, but also in 2026. So make sure to stay tuned. But let's get back into the episode. Woo! But yeah, so I guess kind of to backtrack a little bit, because obviously photographers are a thing that are becoming more and more prevalent of VRChat. I mean, there's many amazing photographers out there all across the world, whether it's event, whether it's world photography, avatar photography. I mean, there's a lot. So I guess one of the questions, if you had a piece of advice to someone who's maybe wanting to start like doing VR photography more seriously, what would that be?
For me?
Yeah. So like if somebody came up to you like, man, I'm interested in doing like VR photography, like what's a piece of advice you can give me? Like what's a good piece of advice you can give?
Well, first, try world hopping and take photos of the world. It's a good way of getting into VR photography. Others be like, hanging out with your friends and taking photos, because I like to do that too. Just pretty much world hop. That's usually what I do now. Just world hop and take photos. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's a great way of getting started.
Mm-hmm.
And also attending events. Is there any Christmas events going on?
Well, by the time this episode comes out, it probably should already be announced.
Okay.
But I'll say I know. I'll say PJKT is holding a Festmas event, which will be announced here in the next couple days as we're recording this. It should already be announced now, if my timeline is correct. If not, oops, yeah. I'm leaking. But I'll say I'm the person that's got to put the video together for that. But yeah, there'll be a 3 to 5 day around the holidays. There'll be an event where a bunch of the PJKT exhibitors will be returning, and the entire world's covered in holiday stuff. So it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a little mini fest event, and I know there's plenty of like holiday DJ events that are going to be happening from multiple communities. I mean, we got New Year's right around the corner, so I know I know that'll be a hell of a time. Oh man, that's usually like the crazy thing, right? The biggest event of VRChat being New Year's. The amount of photos that are taken through New Year's because of how many different instances of the New Year's is wild, and I couldn't imagine how many photos you take, if at all, that New Year's rolls through.
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I'll say it's definitely a crazy thing, right? I guess out of curiosity, are there any particular photos that you've taken that like will always hold a dear place in your heart? Like I know you mentioned Slyfest and Shelter specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But are there any like other
Shelter
photos? Or not Shelter, sorry,
Sanctum.
I don't know why I always get those two confused. I don't know why. Don't at me either. Shelter, like don't at me. I'm sorry. don't at me. But are there any photos that you've taken like that you like that kind of hold a dear place in your heart, I guess is what I was trying to ask.
Yeah. There's this one scene where like a bunch of people were gathering around, and they're holding their VRChat camera all the way out, and they're all trying to pose at once and take the photo. And I captured that moment. them all being happy and we're at Sunny Flats, woo, you know. Yeah, I think that was one of my good moments of that.
No, for sure. And obviously, we're definitely got to throw some pictures up. As like, you send as many as you want, and we'll throw them up on the screen
Yeah.
because, I mean, they're amazing memories, and I feel like sharing those would be very beneficial for a lot of people. You know, it's amazing. You know, like the fact that so many people want to, you know, capture these memories and moments. It's definitely a heartwarming thing, right? I mean, you got so many different photographers out there, and a lot of them are, you know, very skilled, you know, including yourself. You know, taking these moments, whether it's full on like, all right, you know, this needs to be blurred background, whatever, or if it's just simple photos, because it all, at the end of the day, it's all about memory capturing.
Yeah. Also, to me, uh, you know, black hats are supposed to be bad luck, but for some reason, I'm always lucky to, you know, be there at the right time and the right moments, and stuff happens.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd say it's definitely a crazy thing, right? You know, I guess I never considered, yeah, that usually the black cat means bad luck, but I mean, I would say the opposite when it comes to you. If anything, you're very lucky to have around. Like, you're awesome to have around, and you know, it just means that you've done something right. Where you got the SladeDaCat coming through, taking pictures of your event. But you know, and obviously it shows, right? You know, when it comes to what you specifically do. I mean, you won the 2024, you know, VR Community Award for photography. You know, and I know, I know you didn't have like a whole acceptance speech like on screen like most of them, but you did have a message read by Puck. So I guess out of curiosity, what was kind of your mind process like when you won the VRCA?
Wow. I don't know. Yeah. Just, okay. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
From what I remember, you weren't expecting to be on the ballot. From what I remember,
I didn't enter. Somebody must have sent an entry without my knowledge.
Well, I'll say it was all public vote. There was no submission process last year. This year there's a submission process, but last year it was just 100% public vote. They could vote for literally anybody.
And I didn't know how they did it too, or how the voting thing worked. I had no clue. I still have no clue right now.
Well, I know last year it was just a Google form where you just typed in whoever you wanted to win for whatever category, and then later on, during the second phase voting, you got to vote for, you know, whoever you wanted. So you had enough people that appreciated your work in the first round that was like, yep, SladeDaCat for the first one. And that's how it moved on. I know this year there's a whole new process where the nominees can enter themselves into the running, and then, you know, people vote in two phases of voting. So this year people put themselves in, but last year it was just pure public vote, which I think is more meaningful, because that means, you know, you didn't even have to put yourself out there. People wanted you to win because of what you did. So
I thank everyone. And thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I know I could tell you for sure that I know a bunch of PJKT people voted for you. So I know that. I can at least attest to that part, myself included. So, you know, because at the time, like, it was a really weird year where, like, I was like, who do I know who's very good with photography? Slade, Kaden, that's it. I was like, I don't know of any photographers off the top of my head. Granted, I know a lot more now, but like at that time it was different, you know. It
yeah.
It
I
was
think another good photographer is Constantine.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Constantine does some amazing stuff too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely a crazy thing. So I guess I'll kind of wrap things up here. Um, but obviously, there's a lot when it comes to what you do, and obviously you have the PC to handle it. Um,
Hmm.
so it makes it a lot easier. Um, so I guess one of the biggest things um when it comes to everything, because there's a lot of potential when it comes to VR photography and stuff. If you had an ideal, I think I already asked this question, but I'm going to rephrase it in a different way. So when it comes to VR photography, um, what does it mean to you? Like, obviously, there's taking pictures of events for like websites and stuff like that. But is there a deeper meaning for like taking all these photos, like for you specifically? Like, is there like a deep meaning to taking these photos?
Uh, I don't know. Uh, to me, it's just taking photos. um, I guess the deep meaning is for memory, remembering the stuff that happened, seeing familiar faces, and uh, versus back then and right now. Different way of lightings and back then people probably use what do you call it? That I forgot what it's called. It's on Unity and you build it. What it's called? I literally it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. It's I think like project or not project or a pro builder. I think it's pro. What it is pro builder?
Pro Builder,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because back then, some people mostly use uh, uh pro builder. And now people use more of Unity than Pro Builder, I think. Um, yeah, which I never actually I wanted to get into Pro Builder. That's but oh well.
Hey, it happens. I mean, more people use like Blender and Unity now than like Pro Builder.
Yeah, yeah,
Some people still use Pro Builder though. Not everybody, but there are some out
yeah.
there. Some people that I've even interviewed that still use Pro Builder. Um, and it just goes to show that it doesn't matter how you do it, you can still create amazing stuff.
Hmm.
Like you don't have to use Blender. You don't have to, use all these
Yeah,
fancy things. You can make anything from anything. And that goes with anything, not just, VR
I
world,
mean,
but photography is the same way too. You
yeah,
know, you can make posters. You don't have to use Photoshop. You can use Canva or Pixlr, if you will. Like I mean, there's so many different programs out there for so many different things. Um, Same with videography, like in editing, like there's DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere.
hmm,
There's Sony Vegas if you're willing to deal with that.
yeah.
But
I have Movie Maker.
Movie Maker, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, that's a throwback.
Yeah, I
Oh my
still use
gosh,
it.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's definitely you know VR chat, right? It's a realm of infinite possibilities. Just like art, you can do a
Hmm.
lot with the tools that you have. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I use I have Basic Paint, and GIMP.
fair. Yeah, I know. It's definitely a crazy thing. Um, so out of curiosity, because I know we talked a bunch about photography and stuff. But when you're not doing photography, what do you typically do like on VR chat? Like, do you have any particular favorite things to do like outside of like photography, or is photography kind of just the main thing?
Just uh, just pretty much hanging out with friends. Um, not really like a game person, I guess. Even though I have games, but I just hardly don't play games. Cause mostly because of work, because I work a lot. But yeah, hang out with friends. Yeah.
No, that's fair. Well, Slade, dude, thank you so much for coming on. This is still a very amazing, conversation. Like I learn something new every day with these podcasts, and it's fun to have people on. So I want to thank you so much for coming on. It was fun to get to kind of sit down and have this chat with you.
Yay!
And I before we do go, I do want to give you a spot to kind of tell the people where they can find you, any social medias, anything you want on screen in the description. But yeah, feel free to take it away and tell them where they can find you.
I guess you can find me on Blue Sky. That's where I post stuff now. So yeah, just type Blue Sky and SladeDaCat. You'll find me. But yeah. Other than that, I don't. Yeah, it's and probably check out like you said, Project Community. You just type in SladeDaCat and you can see photos from there as well on the right or Discord. I'm sorry, Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like most servers that you go into for events, you can probably find stuff from you.
Yeah.
So yeah, go to Discord.
I actually hit my Discord limit, so now I have to start removing groups.
Oh
so
wow!
Add in more groups or new groups, I guess.
Yeah, I've only hit that twice, so I definitely understand that. It's crazy, but yeah. Well, of course, the Blue Sky link will be in the description, so make sure to go follow this lovely cat on Blue Sky. And yeah, go find pictures. I mean, there's a ton. There's a ton of pictures, and of course there'll be pictures throughout the episode on the screen, so you can kind of see some of the stuff.
Again, a best way find me on Discord is simply just type in SladeDaCat, one word. And you can find all my photos from that way, I guess. Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. This is a blast to kind of have this sit down talk and get to learn more about what you do and what kind of makes you want to do photography. This is fun. But with that, ladies, gentlemen, everybody inside and outside the ballpark, that is it for episode 88. Yes, of the Noved podcast. I want to thank you all so much for watching, listening, depending on what platform you're on. Comment down below as he slides. comment down below. Oh, there he goes. Comment down below. He can come back at here. Comment down below. Comment down below. What is your favorite world or event to take photos inside of VRChat? I'm kind of curious what people will type. If people are photographers or maybe want to learn photography, comment down below what's some worlds or events that you think are the best to take photography in. That is such a weird way of phrasing that question. You get what I mean. Comment down below your favorite places or events to take photography in. We'll check them out. But yeah. I want to thank you all so much for watching one last time. If you're interested in checking out some of my other content, or maybe you're coming back to check out some of the other episodes, why not hit that subscribe button? You're already coming back anyway. But with that, I think that's everything. I've messed my outro up the last 4 episodes. I think I got everything this time. But with that, I want to thank you all one last time. And of course, I think that's everything. I will see you in the next episode. Take care and peace. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Noved.